So, I wasn't planning on being blown away this week, but then Google went and dropped Veo 3. At first I thought it was just another flashy AI demo. You know, cool looking video, maybe some basic sound, the usual stuff. But nah, this one's different. Veo 3 can create full-on scenes. I'm talking video, music, sound effects, and actual lip-sync dialogue, all at once.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild...
No stitching things together later, no silent clips. It talks, it acts, it performs. And the wildest part, it actually works, like shockingly well. This might be the biggest leap in AI video since Sora. And yeah, it's got some quirks, I'll show you. But the potential? Massive. This isn't just a cool toy, it's a tool that could seriously change how movies get made. Whether you're a filmmaker, content creator, or just curious where this tech is headed, trust me, you're gonna want to see this. So here's what makes Veo 3 different. And yeah, this is the part that actually matters if you're thinking big picture like movie production big. Veo 3 doesn't just generate video. It creates the full scene, visuals, sound effects, music, and dialogue. All synced, all together in one go. Let that sink in. You give it a text prompt, something simple like Isaac Newton rapping about gravity, and it builds a full scene around that. Newton talks, he raps, his lips move with the words, the beat drops, facial expressions, body movement, everything, automated. And you don't need to spell out every tiny detail. You can keep prompts vague, and it fills in the rest with surprisingly coherent results. Or if you're a control freak, hey, no judgment. You can get super specific, set the dialogue, the emotion, even the delivery style. This isn't just a visual generator anymore, it's a performance generator. And for the film world, that's game-changing, because suddenly you're not just creating shots, you're directing scenes, with characters that talk, emote, move, all without touching a single camera or casting a single actor. Alright, let's talk about why this matters beyond just looking cool on Twitter. In filmmaking, one of the hardest things to nail with AI has always been realistic dialogue. Sure, we've seen AI video before, but it's usually mute, or maybe there's music slapped on top later. Veo 3 flips that. It gives you actors who talk, and not just mouth movement. We're talking synced lips, facial expressions that actually match the tone, even body language that follows the mood of the dialogue. That's a massive leap. Imagine prototyping scenes without needing to cast anyone, testing scripts with different emotional deliveries in minutes, or pitching a concept to a producer using a fully voiced animated version of your idea that you made alone on your laptop. That's the kind of shift we're looking at. And it's not just talking heads. Veo 3 handles movement too, like walking and talking shots, speeches, slam poetry, even goofy stuff like a wizard hyping himself up in the mirror before a quest. You can build scenes that feel like scenes, not just stitched together AI clips. For indie filmmakers or solo creators, this could cut production time in half. For studios, it's a brand new sandbox for concepting and previs. We're not replacing actors here. Not yet, at least. But we are replacing waiting, replacing budget limitations. And that changes everything. Alright, so let's get into the fun stuff. You can talk all day about features and capabilities, but it's the weird, wild prompts that really show what Veo 3 is capable of and what makes it feel like a legit creative tool, not just a novelty. Like the one that went viral, a stand-up comedian telling a cheesy dad joke. It's not just that the delivery worked, it's that the AI gave it that awkward, real human pause at the end, like it wasn't quite sure if it landed the punchline. Then you've got spoken word poetry that actually hit an emotional beat, or an activist at a rally delivering a full speech, walking, talking, gesturing like a real human. Want to get absurd? Someone prompted a wizard hyping himself up in the mirror before a quest, and it nailed it. It even passed a basic IP test. No problem generating scenes with Shrek. Didn't even need a workaround like Green Ogre. That's a big deal when you're trying to play with pop culture or parody. And it's not all scripted scenes either. Veo 3 crushed UGC-style content too. Makeup tutorials, vlogs, fake Bigfoot doing hiking shoe reviews. Somehow it all just works. This isn't just a novelty. These scenes show Veo 3 flexing in every direction. Tone, style, pacing, even personality. And for filmmakers, that means you're not locked into one aesthetic. You can go full Tarantino or full TikTok, and Veo will play along. Okay, so before we crown Veo 3 the future of cinema, let's talk about the stuff that doesn't quite work yet. Because yeah, it's not flawless. For starters, awkward pauses. You'll see clips where the delivery starts strong, then suddenly, nothing. Like the AI just runs out of steam mid-sentence. It's not a deal breaker, but it is noticeable, especially in dialogue-heavy scenes. Then there's the subtitle bug. Sometimes Veo randomly adds its own captions, and they don't even match what's being said, which is low-key hilarious, but also pretty annoying if you're trying to make something polished. And movement, still shaky when things get complex. Gymnastics, cartwheels, upside-down action. Veo stumbles hard. You get wild distortions and janky physics. Even something as simple as a Warrior 1 yoga pose came out as Warrior 2. Not a huge deal for storytelling, but it shows the limits. Also, image to video? Not there yet. Starting from a still image looks worse than starting from a prompt, and trying to get audio on those image-based scenes, usually a bust. Shrek might show up, but he probably won't say anything. One more weird one, sometimes it'll silently switch you back to Veo V2, an older model, and waste your credits. No warning. So yeah, double check that before hitting generate. Bottom line, this thing is wild, but it's also a work in progress. That's not a reason to ignore it. If anything, it means we're right at the edge of something big, and watching the limitations now gives us a front row seat to how fast this space is moving. Veo 3 is impressive on its own, but what really makes it a potential game changer for filmmakers is everything around it. Google didn't just drop a video model and call it a day. They wrapped it into something called Flow, a full creative platform that connects Veo with their image generator, and Gemini, their AI assistant. Basically, it's a one-stop shop for AI filmmaking. Inside Flow, you can do stuff like generate scenes from text or images. Use a feature called Ingredients, where you upload individual characters, props, or backgrounds, and then combine them into full scenes. Stretch out clips with Extend or leap into new ones with Jump To. Build modular assets you can reuse across scenes. It's like having a mini production pipeline. Except there's no crew, no gear, no shoot days, just ideas and prompts. Now the execution isn't always perfect. For example, Extend still switches to a lower quality model and loses audio. And Jump To often misinterprets what you're trying to do. But conceptually, this is exactly where AI filmmaking needs to be headed. It's not just about generating video anymore, it's about building stories, scenes that connect, characters that return, world building, continuity. Veo isn't fully there yet, but Flow shows that Google isn't just chasing visual quality. They're trying to build the infrastructure for real scalable creative work. And if they get it right, that's where domination starts. Here's where a lot of people hit pause: the price. Right now, Veo 3 isn't just sitting there waiting for you to try it. It's locked behind Google's Ultra plan, which runs a steep $250 per month, or $125 a month if you grab the discounted 3-month intro deal. That plan gets you access to Veo 3, Gemini Ultra, Notebook LM, Project Mariner, even YouTube Premium, all bundled in. But let's be honest, if you're here for video generation, most of that other stuff isn't what you're paying for. And even with the full plan, you don't get unlimited use. You get enough credits to generate around 83 videos, and yeah, they go faster than you think, especially when you're experimenting, refining, regenerating. So is it worth it? If you're a filmmaker or creator looking to prototype ideas quickly, Veo is powerful. You can visualize scenes in minutes, get emotional delivery, test dialogue without actors or cameras, for pitching or pre-production. It's a killer tool, but if you're trying to make full projects with consistent characters or build long-form content, Veo's current limitations make that tough. The audio sometimes drops, scene extensions are glitchy, the pricing adds up fast, and compared to tools like Runway or Pika or even Sora, when that becomes widely available, Veo doesn't yet offer enough control or reliability to justify the premium saved, unless you're just really into pushing boundaries and testing the future. Bottom line, Veo 3 is cutting edge, no doubt, but for most creators, it's more of a creative playground than a production-ready solution. At least for now. Here's the thing, even with the bugs, the weird subtitles, the awkward pauses, Veo 3 still feels like a turning point. Why? Because it's doing something no other AI model has pulled off like this before. It's not just generating clips, it's generating moments, scenes with emotion, rhythm, pacing, dialogue that sounds like someone actually said it, characters that feel like they're performing. That's not just useful, that's cinematic. And yeah, there's a long way to go. Scene continuity still needs work, controls could be tighter, prices need to come way down before this is truly accessible to everyone. But rewind just a few months, none of this was even possible. Full scene generation with audio, music, dialogue, and visual storytelling from a prompt, that wasn't real yet. Now it is. And if you're someone who tells stories, or wants to, this is the kind of shift you watch closely. Because these are the tools that are going to shape the next wave of filmmakers. Not just the ones with million-dollar budgets, but the ones with ideas, prompts, and a browser window. So yeah, Veo 3 isn't perfect, but it's powerful. It's weird. It's creative. It's fun. And if you're paying attention, you can feel it. This is the start of something big. What do you think? Comment below. And if you found this video interesting, make sure you hit the like button and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of these kinds of videos. Thanks for watching.